Hey everybody, hey, it's Rob again at Old Style Classics Baseball and other trading cards. Old Style Classics. Thanks for joining me. It's recording this August 22nd, 8:30 p.m. California time. And as you can see, got some Sports King gum from old Sage and all that. Like, subscribe, send people my way and all that stuff if you guys wouldn't mind. So why am I showing you this? Because I've recently shown you this stuff. Well, I came across a few more of my hits from Sports King, so I'm gonna show those with the additional ones, and I think these are all the ones that I got. So just wanted to show these few cards right here. These are the base Sports King. Let me adjust that for you folks. All right. So these are the base regular size cards. And that is Sports Kings, excuse me. And I believe that says it's from Old Sage. (2020). So doesn't say what volume it is on the front, but it might say it on the back here. Let's pull the gold glasses out. Yeah, volume number 2. Let's bring this out. Volume number 2. Now before we get to the relics from the Sports King, first I want to show you this for comparison. Then I got the little stack of minis, and so we got old Bambino here. So just to show you the size of like the Goudey, Sports King, whatever big league cards compared to a regular size card, as opposed to a tobacco mini. So that gives you an idea. And the reason I want to show these really quick, because when you get these full-size cards, and then they also have the candy minis, I guess is probably a better way to put it. So we got old Babe Ruth here. So that's Sports King. Now they did these in the early, like 2009, 10, 11, around there. And at the same time, and I've showed this before, but I've been holding on to these Upper Deck Big League baseball cards. So basically the same concept, and the funny thing is Sports King did their first set. Now see, right now they're on volume 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and before it was volume A, B, and C. So back then they did like volume A at the same time that Upper Deck did these cards. Now I just showed you my Upper Deck Goodwin Champions, but these cards actually came out even before Goodwin Champions. So that's the Goudey back, red, oops, and those are from 2007, folks. So that was even before Goodwin Champions came out. So maybe the Goudeys were the answer for Allen and Ginter that Upper Deck was looking for early on, but they just, I guess they didn't really take off. Lasted a few years, and that was that. But basically the same card, same concept, but these are shiny with cardboard back. The backs on these are just beautiful. I love the backs on the Upper Deck one. And the backs on these ones are a little more plain, kind of Allen and Ginter like. Not glossy at all, the card. But there's something neat about these cards. So let's do these Upper Deck ones first, since I've been showing those. Francisco Rodriguez on the red back, Reggie Sanders, red back. So there's 2 of those. So maybe we'll just kind of then do 2 of these. Sean Porter, boxer, so those are always cool. Racer, Leah Pruitt, female racer. Let's pause those if you like. Then you got Johnny Damon from the Upper Deck Big League. So you guys tell me what you think. What do you prefer? I mean, the Upper Deck ones are nice. They're got the logo back then still, but they are kind of semi-glossy. as compared to like old Emmitt Smith there. Now these just have kind of a simpler background in these. So I don't know, there's something to be said about both of them. I like both of them. I like the quality of these upper decks, but I do like the simplicity of these. I think I clearly like the upper deck back better, but there is something to be said about one of these. So Johnny Damon. Let's see, we got any baseball players in here? Yep, here we go. All right. So let's put up a couple baseball greats against each other. Got Roger Clemens as an Astro there. Now there's the greenbacks. I'm not too sure what if there's a difference in rarity in these. There might be. Versus Ed Delahanty. So pretty nice. Exact same size card. They're releasing them around the same time, and I dig them both, you know. I just like old style classic baseball cards, and both of them qualify in my book. Jeff Francoeur, but I gotta hand it to the little guy, you know, like Sportkings. You know, they're still around, still hanging in there, and they don't have the resources I would imagine that old upper deck did, especially back then at this time. Now the licensing's what's hurt upper deck since then, but that's hurt everybody other than Topps. And Jake Peavy, that's a cool background. So I don't know, I mean, they're cool, but they're more of a picture. I like the backgrounds, but it's more like just a picture filtered into that. The backs are just epic. But there's something to be said, I think, about the more artistic kind of painting look, like Steve LeBeau, Nastia Lukin. So there you go, in honor of the Olympics that just passed. And these ones are, what set is this? Volume 5, so that's the more recent one, I believe. So that might be 2023. EC3, the wrestler. Just filling in some time because I don't have a whole lot of the hits. Vinny Testaverde. You can go back and watch me open these Volume 5s that I recently did. Chris Mullin. I dig these. I think they're great. They're just fine. You know, they may look a little cheaper, but that's okay because it just has that oddball quality that I like. But they're actually pretty nice stock. So these ones here look to be a little glossier. So maybe this one, yeah. So the Volume 2 doesn't have the glossy back. The Volume 5 that just came out this year has a glossier back. So that's interesting. Yeah, look at that. So now see the volume. So this came out like 4 years ago or whatever. And this just came out, but they're all part of the same set, people. Instead of doing a different set every year, they just continue to extend on it. So as you can see, by volume number 2, they were up to card 85. And then they reduced the numbers. And 4 volumes or 3 volumes later, they're barely up to 166 there. So that's interesting. Eric Crouch. So it's one way of telling those glossy backs are newer. Lester Piggott. Hope you guys check out my recent videos about my Goudwins and the mini cards, the tobacco minis and all that. Some super cool stuff, I think, people. Bill Walton. Vinny Testaverde again. Ed Delahanty. Trufolo Stevenson. Billy Sims. Cards do not slide across each other very well. Eric Granch, Pidgeot again. Mickey Ward, Boxer. And much like those other sets, like the good one, just random ragtag different sports. Brian Trottier. And of course the Babe Ruth. And then once again, just for comparison, and these are a little thicker stock too. So that's pretty cool, people. So I hope you enjoyed those minis. I mean, they're not quite tobacco minis, but I do like minis. And these ones are cool because they are just like these Upper Deck ones, based on those cards from like out of the 30s. Alright, so Mr. Babe Ruth there. Hey, baby.
Hey, babe.
There's my babe once again. Just washed her face, I guess, so she's already done.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm rambling. Alright, folks, so I'm just going to give you the updates on these Sports Kings that I missed. But there's the Walter Alston. We talked about him. He was Brooklyn and LA Dodgers head coach. The only head coach manager that got Brooklyn a World Series win. Then we got that Dennis Eckersley. So I don't know which one was in the last video, but there's Dennis Eckersley, Hall of Famer. So these Sports Kings memorabilia cards are really cool. And you get one per blaster. EC3 wrestler. I'm not familiar with him. Alright, here's one of the ones that was missed on the last episode. The Dominique Wilkins. So epic. That was from this year. The great Dominique Wilkins. We did a whole video mostly talking about that. So Dominique, one of the greats of all time. I think I didn't show this one either. Morton Anderson. I don't care as much for the ones with just the jersey there, as you'll see with some of these other ones coming up soon. And we'll be ending this video pretty quick. Oh, my wife's wandering off. Alright, folks, we'll hold off on that one. That's one of the best. Alright, that one too. Got to get to more boring ones. A little Patrick Ewing, though. One of the greats. Bye, babe.
Bye.
Alright, then the super agent, Tom Condon. So yeah, it's just sometimes you'll get it with a picture and sometimes without. So it's interesting. This one was super cool. The professional fisherman, angler, I suppose. And then this guy here, who is like a Chris McLagage, like rowing or kayaking or something like that. Maybe triathlon or something. I'm not 100% sure. Alright, here's one of our beauties, so I'm going to hold off on that as well. Game worn. Ron Francis. Hockey. Cool looking jersey there. Alright, one of the greats. So we'll show you one of the greats right now. Reggie Miller. Indiana Pacers, great. NBA legend. Rich Gannon. Football. Rich Gannon. $20 a blaster, folks. These are pretty fun. They got some cool oddball relics and stuff like this one here. I've got no problem with that for $20. That's pretty cool. And plus you get those mini cards that we just showed. Kirby, McVean, and Torch. Some kind of frisbee, dog frisbee thing or something like that. And then the Brittany Bowie, speed skater there with the black and white background. But if you remember the old episode, we did get the Brittany Bowie numbered to 50 red. So that's cool. So red versus base, numbered to 50, 48 of 50. And okay, so here's the big ones, people. The Tim Duncan, with just that multicolor jersey relic there. Just beautiful. At first I always thought, these Gypsy Sports Kings are kind of a little cheap, I don't know if they're worth much or whatever, but I've seen people open hobby boxes and they just have some epic hits, epic patch, relic, autograph on cards, and this stuff's pretty neat. I mean, where am I gonna get Hakeem Olajuwon relic, multicolor, that's just cool, and they're cheap. Yeah, I mean, they're inexpensive, and the base cards, I mean, they're kind of fun. I like them. I like the illustration art and just the variety. So if you're a person that's alright with multi-sport, I think it's pretty cool, and they're pretty cheap, inexpensive to get, and some of these relics are really nice. And just like the GOAT right there, Walter Payton, people. So where are you going to get a Walter Payton relic? You go buy a relic at the store, you're probably paying what you would at least what a blaster costs, but it's a lot more fun pulling one yourself, especially for my favorite team, the Bears. Walter Payton there, people. So that's super cool. So this video won't be out till tomorrow because I just did the Goodwin Champion autographs. So this comes from this, and so this will be something you guys can watch tomorrow afternoon. So I hope you have a good Friday. And once again, I believe the ones that we hadn't shown in the last videos was this one, Hall of Famer. Perhaps this one, the Dennis Eckersley Hall of Famer. Maybe the wrestler. And Dominique Wilkins, one of the greatest of all time as well. Alright, folks, so I hope you enjoy that stuff. Old Babe Ruth and all these guys. Some pretty neat stuff for not a lot of money, and they're fun. They're a fun break or rip, whatever you want to call it. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching Old Style Classics. Basketball, football, baseball, wrestling, fishing, kayaking, dog frisbee, speed skating, classic cards. Alright, people, don't forget to like and subscribe and send people my way who like this kind of stuff. Alright, everybody, thank you, and I guess Upper Deck deserves one more look as well. So pretty cool stuff. I know I got more of this stuff somewhere, so we'll do that someday as well. And then we'll get to more of some of these base cards from the past. Alright, everybody, take care. Bye.